It's time for Nixon and Agnew Reviews! Brought to you by Charlington Chews. If you like Doctor Who, materialize this Jew in your shopping basket. Godspeed, Patriots. 37th President of the United States, Richard Nixon here, along with the headless body of Agnew. Say hello, Agnew. Arr! What are we watching today, Agnew? Arr, rockaroo! Doctor Who, you say? Oh, I haven't seen this in years. Does it still feature that goddamn optical mindfuck of a title sequence that triggered my bouts of late-onset epilepsy back in the 70s? Arr! Gosh darn it. We'll have to skip that part, Agnew. Or else I'll be flipping out worse than Hillary Clinton when she remembers how she lost an election to an overgrown orange Oompa Loompa. Anyway, what's this episode called? Flux, the Halloween apocalypse, eh? I don't get it. It's like they put the title through a random word generator and went with the first thing that came out. Oh my god, Agnew! Unless TV shows nowadays are written by AI. That could explain how crap like the CW's Batwoman gets renewed for 3 seasons, but popular, well-realized classics like Firefly get canned after 1 season. Arr! I know, Agnew. It hurts after all this time.
Always.
Bah! Anyway, enough with this shoppy-duppy crap. Let's get back to the show. Load up the episode on the BFCA player. BBC iPlayer. Okay, sorry. You know I'm severely dyslexic, Agnew, you big bully. Shut up and press play, damn it. Hello, Z.
1 hour later.
What the heck did we just watch? That whole opening was like a cartoon. You know, Agnew, I thought for a moment you'd put on Fast and Furious 12 or something. And all that gymnastic business with the gravity thing. I really don't think those two had the chorus to pull that off. You could say that was a real stretch. Get it? Get it, Agnew? Whatever. Yep. 2 girls on a grav lift. Sounds like the title of the next Richard Curtis movie. Anyway, how the heck did they even escape that thing? 1 minute they were riding poles like broomsticks, and the next they were falling into the TARDIS doors. I mean, they got so lucky there was a net there. Which was what Hugh Grant said when his gaggle of gimps escaped from the cellar that one time. That Doctor Who fella seems a little more light on his feet than I remember. But I guess men are like that these days. Soy boys, I hear they call him in Portland. Arr. Then suddenly we cut to some old randos from 200 years ago. How come they never turned up again? And why were they speaking like their balls are in a vice grip? Arr! Oh yeah, the new companion. What was his name? I can't remember. Probably some vanilla British man name like Derek or Keith. I can't believe in 2021 they cast yet another nondescript straight white guy. But at least this time there's something distinguishing about him. He speaks like a spasticated fellow with excess saliva.
Official Scouse.
And oh my god, Agnew. Remember his girlfriend. She had already lost an arm and the episode wasn't even 10 minutes in. This show is ruthless. What was next? Oh yeah, the space lesbians. I was confused for a moment, because the black lady referred to the other one as a kid, but then they cut to a close-up and the fucker looked about 33. Although I admit I didn't see her death coming. I can't believe they would dare to kill off British Ellen DeGeneres Jr. after only 20 seconds of screen time. Arr! Arr. What's that? You like the dog-faced alien? Dog-faced alien. Oh, you mean Budget Chewy? Yeah, that Teddy Canine fella had one heck of a mustache. Imagine that going down on you. Arr. What about the part where the doctor plonked the TARDIS down in the middle of the street, like nobody needs to drive their car to a night job or something? I mean, it's lucky that nobody gets sick in England land, and ambulances don't need to drive down that street in an emergency to get to a hospital. Right? I mean, isn't the point of the comedian circuit to disguise it from the public and not arouse suspicion? I don't know. These millennial producers aren't very bright. Arr! What's that? Your favorite part was when the guy's laptop exploded and the entire house was destroyed? You know, I used to destroy the house when I finished with the laptop. But that's because I had incredibly powerful orgasms. Arr! And did you see the shot of the neighbor on the toilet in the other house? He was all like, "You didn't get planning permission for that, damn it." Arr! Yes, the part where the human-sized teddy dog had the human in a cage was very strange. Oh, how the tables turn, Agnew. Wasn't he going to, quote, take him off world? That sounds kinky. You know, I took a girl off world once. Then a load of robots rose up and she got killed in the crossfire of Civil War. Oh, wait, no, that was the plot of Westworld. Carry on. Arr! Fleabag, eh? Yes, I know you love that show, Agnew. But that actress wasn't in this episode. Arr! 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 It's Budget Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Man, this production is cheap. Remember when the Doctor Who fella had to keep smashing the TARDIS with a hammer to get it working again? Well, we can't talk because that's what we had to do to get our car working. Also to get the local kids away from the house on Halloween. Arr! Yes, the Weeping Angels are back. Whoa! Too bad it ate up Pound Shop Fleabag. Oh, look at her mug, Agnew. It's horrible. Although I've woken up to a face like that many times on a Sunday morning. You go home with these broads looking like Marilyn Monroe, and you wake up to them with a face like Beetlejuice. But what was up with the black guy with the pathetic dreads? The guy was doing his best impression of Craig Charles from Red Dwarf. Oops. Are we still allowed to say that these days? Arr, arr. Sorry, I meant Crimson Individual of limited height. Anyway, what about the scene where the shiny, spiky alien fella started lighting up the couple's bedroom with ultraviolet rays? I've watched enough police dramas over the years to know that's exactly how you get to see blood and spunk on the walls. Just ask both Bill and Hillary Clinton, but for totally separate reasons. Arr! Arr! Exactly. And then he waved it in her face, and her gorgeous exotic looks melted into a grotesque, ugly alien. She went from Beyoncé to Lori Lightfoot in 30 seconds. And maybe I imagined it, but didn't that Keithy Derrick fellow with the extra spit say that he had a mate who was an alien? I had a mate who was an alien once, which was why he got deported and we had to find some other guy to satisfy my needs. Haroo. Arr! Yeah, I told you they were cheap. They really half-assed a human dog costume. I mean, look at this. Man, this dog's had so much Botox his face barely moves when he speaks. It's just like Katie Price, only less hairy. Arr! I mean, why was he so obsessed with this guy anyway? Here's you on. Species bond, eh? Wasn't that the defense plea in that bestiality case between that homeless guy and a giant rat a few years ago? The dirty bastards. You know, sometimes I think these writers are totally tone deaf. Remember the part where the Asian girl introduces the new guy to the doctor and she says, "Nice to meet you, run for your life"? A callback to the first Christopher Eccleston episode. Yep, the writers are either brave or very, very stupid. I mean, You really don't want to be reminding the audience of those glory days, Mr. Chimballs. Arr! Arr! My favourite joke? Probably when the doctor says, "It's bigger on the inside." Mainly because that's what Big Mike says when he pulls out of his shower bitch over at Gitmo.
Officious ghost.
Ha ha! My least favourite joke? Easy! When the new guy's given his shrunken house and straight up says, "I can't live in that." Maybe it was the actor's delivery, but instead of laughing, all I could think was, my God, he really does have special needs. They're all super weird, Agnew. Like the part where they kept asking if one another were called Joe King. I thought they all knew each other, damn it. I swear, this guy's mental retardation is rubbing off on all of them. Speaking of, I almost forgot the thumb fellas. See, Agnew? This is what happens when you stick your dick in a potato. I told you, Agnew. You need to wear condoms at all times. Oh! Precisely, and to top it off, the aliens then start addressing each other as comrades. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I mean, the mutant wank potatoes are communists, just when you thought things can't get any worse. But then it did get worse, damn it, because the PP potato guy says he found himself excited, and I'm like, dear God, he's going to prick a potato too. Then we're going to have a whole army of second-generation mutant vegetables. It'll be just like Congress. Oh, this show has certainly changed since my day, Agnew. So much violence, too. Remember near the end when the doctor started smashing up the TARDIS console again? Her methods are a lot more hostile and rudimentary than I remember. I mean, look at her with that puny hammer. Who does she think she is, Budget Thor? Why is she smacking her bitch up like that? I thought the doctor loved his TARDIS. I mean, beating her up till she does what you want? Well, I guess if it works for Chris Brown.
Officious ghost.
Arr! Whatever. The episode was goofy and melodramatic. We're just lucky that episode was totally written by AI. Imagine if a paid human writer actually produced something like that. Our species would have to throw in the towel right now. Ron. Part 1, you say? Of a 6-part story? Okay. That only makes it marginally more acceptable as a wasted hour. Benefit of the doubt? I haven't given someone the benefit of the doubt since I gave that hobo a $100 bill to go change up his coins in 1979. I waited on that corner of 35th Street all day, and I'm starting to suspect he's never going to make it back, and the dude straight up conned me. Anyway, I give this episode 6.2 nondescript straight white men out of 10. Mainly because of the talking doggy and the fact they killed off the Ellen DeGeneres looky-likey fella. Really? 7.2 out of 10? Let me guess. You liked the part where the giant gas thing was killing everyone. Probably because you do the same when you eat a whole can of beans, so you can probably relate. Oh, because you fancied the doctor. I didn't know you turned gay now, Agnew. A woman, you say? Oh my God. I thought that actor was just a particularly ugly man in a wig. I mean, she was British, so you can hardly blame me for the confusion. Well, I guess we have to wait a whole week to find out what's going to happen to this cast of characters, though I've already mostly forgotten all their names and what they were trying to do plot-wise. But personally, I'm still wondering how they're going to show that anthropomorphic dog licking his balls on primetime BBC before the watershed. Man, next Sunday can't come soon enough, and neither could that guy on the dodgy laptop.